الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونتوب إليه من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. Brothers and sisters, today, inshallah, we hope to remind ourselves that we must continue to be the good servants of Allah, to be people that will continuously behave the way they are required to behave as Muslims, that we must also be people that are conscious about their position as Muslims in society, people that are conscious about the rights of their own souls on them and the rights of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, their creator, on them, the rights of other created beings and even the inanimate environment. That we must all do this even when Ramadan has gone, because year after year we keep being reminded that we need to continue as good Muslims even after Ramadan. Why? Because in Ramadan you find that the mosques are full, people drop a lot of some negativities in their lives, people increase in the deeds they do that are good, people come together in stronger communities, a lot of positive things. Now, when Ramadan goes, unfortunately, it becomes as if people just kept their negativities in a box, locked it up, and then pocketed the key. And then, immediately Ramadan is gone, they unlock the negativities, and off they go. Now, this is simply wrong. As Muslims, we need to definitely remain as Muslims. We must have been told, either at the beginning of Ramadan or through it, that that month actually, it should actually be a training ground, a session of course to drill us, to train us, to put in us the ability to do good and to do more of the good that we are normally used to doing, so that we carry that along through the rest of the year. Let us not forget, even for a moment, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our creator, is our creator and our Lord in Ramadan and also after Ramadan. What he made compulsory on us are true in Ramadan and after the month is gone. What Allah has prohibited that we do, the prohibition remains through Ramadan and after it. Ramadan and all the other 11 months of the yearly calendar all belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah says, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ مَا أُرِيدُ مِنْهُم مِّن رِزْقٍ وَمَا أُرِيدُ أَن يُطْعِمُونَ إِنَّ اللَّهَ هُوَ الرَّزَّاقُ ذُو قُوَّةِ الْمَتِينُ. Now this verse where Allah tells us that He did not create mankind and jinn, but to worship Him. This is constant and continuous. It is permanent. It does not, or is not restricted to one single month, the month of Ramadan. No. So please, let us remind ourselves that we need to be good Muslims. We need to be on the watch of what is it that will help us succeed, both here and in the hereafter. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu taqullaha wal tanzur nafsum ma qaddamat lighadin wattaqullaha inna Allaha khabirum bima ta'malun. O you who believe, fear Allah. Protect yourselves against the hellfire. And let every soul look, what is it that he or she has sent forth for the morrow, for the hereafter? What have you sent forward? People have done very well in Ramadan to send forward to the hereafter some good deeds. This should be continuous. Because if we have watched carefully or listened carefully, either in our family or a distant relation or in our communities, there are people that we started the fast of Ramadan with them, but they couldn't finish. They were called back to their Lord Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala before the month ended. Some fasted the month last year, they couldn't make it to this one that just gone. And it is also the same thing. Nobody knows who will be alive by the next Ramadan. So that means yesterday is gone and you have no power over it. If you have succeeded yesterday, you have succeeded. If you have messed up yourself, you have indeed messed up yourself and you have lost. Tomorrow, there is no guarantee that you will have it, or you will be in the healthy, fit situation to earn good, because it has not come, and there is no guarantee that you will reach it. What you have is today and now, so utilize it. And this is true every blessed day. Now let's look at this verse of Surah Al-Nahl, or Quran chapter 16, verse 92, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّتِي نَقَضَتْ غَزْلَهَا مِنْ بَعْدِ قُوَّةٍ إِنْكَاثًا. That is, do not be like the one, the lady, that will undo what she has spun of thread after making it strong. Allah is given this similitude, this example, to draw our attention that after doing good, we shouldn't destroy it. And he gave the example of a lady that has carefully spun wool into threads and made it strong, and then at the end decided to undo it, make it waste. So Allah is saying we shouldn't be like that. After doing so much in Ramadan, then we must also try to behave ourselves through the rest of the year so that we don't destroy it. And we must remember, Allah tells us that wherever we are, there are His creations that are overseeing our acts. مَا يَلْفِظُ مِنْ قَوْلٍ إِلَّا لَدَيْهِ رَقِيبٌ عَتِيدٌ. Allah says, you do not utter a word, but over you there is one that is taking record of that, and Atid, that person is always with you. Always with you. Take your record, always with you. This angel is with you in Ramadan, is also with you after Ramadan throughout the year, throughout your life. So we need to look at these and do good. So what after Ramadan? This is the title of our talk, what next after Ramadan? Now, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, in one of his hadiths, toward the end of the hadith, he said, وَكَانَ أَحَبُّ الدِّينِ إِلَيْهِ مَا دَامَ صَاحِبُهُ عَلَيْهِ. The Prophet ﷺ is saying, to Allah, the best form, the most loved act of worship, act of deed in the sight of Allah, madama sahibuhu alayh, is what the worker, the worshipper, is constant on. Make it constant. You recite the glorious Quran through the month of Ramadan. Try to be constant on that. You involve yourself in a lot of azkar in the month of Ramadan. Be constant on that. This is the most loved act in the sight of Allah. The best form of worship. You spend in charity through the month of Ramadan. Do it throughout the year. You see, I always wonder, and up to now I've not got the right answer from anybody. Why is it that people pay zakat only in Ramadan? It has been baffling to me. Because as far as I'm concerned, zakat as made compulsory by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is on income after it has completed 1 year. Isn't it? And naturally, not everybody got his or her wealth the same day, the same month, and in Ramadan. So that by next Ramadan is 1 full year, then zakat is taken out. So by Allah's arrangement, every blessed month there should be people, there should be a great number of Muslims paying out zakat. It's a revolving issue. It's something that is continuous for the benefit of the community. But I don't know how. I don't know the formula people use to arrive at that. You just hear of zakat in Ramadan. It's so wonderful, but very surprising. And honestly, up to now, I don't know why. Please, we need to do things the right way, because Allah has a lot of wisdom in these acts. So let's continue through the month. So we need to continue the lessons learned. I have listed some acts that most of us were engaged in. For example, Tilawat al-Quran. We know the Prophet ﷺ informed us that when you recite one harf, one letter of the glorious Quran, you have hasana, one good deed. And he said, wal hasanatu bi ashri amthaliha. One good deed has 10 times a reward. So when you say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, 19 letters in Basmala, you have 190 points. So long as you did that, ibtigha mardatillah, seeking the pleasure of Allah for His sake. What a beautiful way to have something to send to your bank account in the hereafter. So if you have done that in Ramadan, why do you stop after Eid? That's too bad. Because if it were pound and shillings, you wouldn't stop. Nobody would stop. So let us keep it going. Zikr, azkar, beautiful things. You will be worshipping Allah through them and you get rewarded for that. I always bring this beautiful statement of the Prophet ﷺ where he said, Kalimatani, khafifatani ala lisan, thaqilatani fil mizan, habibatani ila rahman, subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanallah azim. Two statements, light on the tongue, very easy to utter, very easy to see. Thaqilatani fil mizan, but very heavy on the scale of good deeds in the day of judgment. Habibatani ila rahman, most loved by Allah the merciful. What are they? Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanallah azim. How many times can you repeat this in 1 minute? Many times. Probably you have done that in Ramadan. Why are you not doing it now? People will come into the mosque, instead of repeating this sort of things, they just keep gisting. You know? Just gist. When you can repeat this, subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanallah. Oh, the Prophet ﷺ said, I seek Allah's forgiveness in a day over 70 times, or 100 times, or more than that. Why can't you say astaghfirullah wa atubu ilayh while you sit? No. So, you know, Shaitan will always try to get people. If he cannot outrightly take you away astray, then he will try to minimize your acts of worship. Minimize them to the barest minimum. So to fight him, you need to be conscious of that and then do more. Because he is there and his army, as Allah said, إِنَّهُ هُوَ قَبِيلُهُ إِنَّهُ يَرَاكُمْ هُوَ قَبِيلُهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا تَرَوْنَهُ. Iblis and his army, they see you from directions you never see them. You never see them, but they see you. And إِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌ فَاتَّخِذُوهُ عَدُوًا. Allah says definitely the devil, Iblis, Shaitan, is an enemy unto you, so take him as that. So you have to be very careful. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us remain and continuous in our acts of worship in Ramadan and afterwards. Amen. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. You see this beautiful verse from Surah Al-Ahzab. Allah is saying definitely Allah and his angels salute the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he says, "O you who believe, O you who believe, sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima." Read the salam of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as an explanation to this verse, he said, "Man salla alayya marratan," isn't it? Whoever salutes me once, sallallahu alayhi biha ashra, Allah will salute him in place of that once 10 times. What a beautiful way. You see in Islam, the channels, the ways, the avenues, the possibilities, the opportunities for you to amass rewards are just numerous. Why don't we see the opportunity? While we are alive, while we are healthy, while we can do it. There are people that would want to do that, but they don't have the chance because they are ill. Or they cannot even talk. Above all, some are not even Muslims. That big ni'mah, that biggest ni'mah of being Muslims, some don't have that chance. So we should thank Allah in a good way by doing the right thing. Let's be out on the watch out for ways. The Prophet ﷺ says, for example, if you wait or if you perform ablution from home and make it good, and then you come out with the intention of going to pray in the mosque, and nothing brought you out of your house except that prayer, then every step you take, Allah will raise you in degree of honor. Allah will reward you a point. Allah will erase a point of your misdeeds until you reach the mosque. And when you reach the mosque, so long as you are waiting for the prayer to be established, you are counted as someone in prayer. Malam yatahaddath, so long as you have not vitiated your ablution. But some scholars would translate this malam yatahaddath as so long as he has not said anything. So you see, when you are in the mosque, you see the Prophet ﷺ rightly called them Riyadul Jannah, isn't it? So you have very big opportunity when you have some spare time before the prayer. Instead of talking, no. Read the Quran, involve yourself in azkar, or think over Allah's mercies. Because to just sit and think over the signs of Allah is also act of worship, and one is rewarded for that. Look at the verse towards the end of Surah Ali Imran. إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات لأولي الألباب الذين يذكرون الله قياما وقعودا وعلى جنوبهم ويتفكرون, and they think, they ponder. ويتفكرون في خلق السماوات والأرض, about the creation of the heavens and the earth, the wonders that are there. Especially in our days when these wonders are being unlocked on daily basis. You know, with space science, we see the wonders that Allah has hidden. These are the little that have been found out. So let us get this and the reward that is involved. The Prophet ﷺ said to Abdullah bin Amr bin As, he told him that, Ya Abdullah, la takun mithla fulan. كان يقوم الليل فترك قيام الليل. He said, "O Abdullah, don't be like so and so. He used to pray at night and he abandoned it. So don't be like him. لا تكن مثل فلان كان يقوم الليل فترك قيام الليل." He used to pray in the night and he abandoned it. So dear brothers and sisters, we used to recite Quran in the month of Ramadan. Don't abandon that after Ramadan. We used to involve ourselves in adhkar. Don't abandon that after Ramadan. You used to visit and exchange greetings to your next kin and friends and relatives. Don't abandon that after Ramadan. You used to spend out of the little or the much you have in Ramadan. Don't abandon that after Ramadan. Don't be like so and so, who used to pray nawafil, a lot of nawafil in Ramadan and abandoned it after Ramadan. Don't be like so and so, who used to recite the glorious Quran in Ramadan and he abandoned it, or she abandoned it. A lot of people dropped quarrels in Ramadan. They were very sober. Don't abandon that after Ramadan. Let us be good servants of Allah in Ramadan, after Ramadan, throughout our lives. May Allah help us do that. Brothers and sisters, with these short pieces of advice, I will conclude by saying that as Muslims, we must never lose sight of one fact. That is, our entire life is being examined. We are constantly writing exams. We are sitting a continuous exam, the result of which will only be given in the day of Qiyamah. So we must prepare for this. Let us be fearful of this day. اليوم الذي لا ينفع مال ولا بنون. The day when wealth or number of children, how well placed they are in society or whatever, will be of no benefit. إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم. The only successful one is one that has gone to Allah with a sound heart, sound, pure, clean mind. Let us be mindful of this and prepare well for it. وَلَا يَسُدَّنَّكَ عَنْهَا مَنْ لَا يُؤْمِنُ بِهَا وَاتَّبَعَ هَوَاهُ فَتَلَّى. Let no one that disbelieves in this day take you away from it, because that person has been destroyed. Let's not allow him to destroy you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us better Muslims. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our good deeds. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive our shortcomings. May Allah make us subhanahu wa ta'ala make us steadfast on our deen any day, any time. And may Allah accept from us. May Allah ease the difficulties of our brothers and sisters in various parts of the world. It is very, very saddening, unfortunate, what happens in a lot of Muslim localities. Syria is very prominent. Not long ago, it's a continuous thing. You have the Rohingya Muslims in where? So unfortunate that our brothers and sisters are being tossed along a border between two countries. None of them is ready to accept them, including the Muslim nation. May Allah ease their difficulties. May Allah make a way out of their difficulties. Those that have died, may Allah forgive them. And may Allah heal those that are sick. May Allah make us conscious about this and pray continuously for them and do whatever other thing we can do to ease their difficulties. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله.